Good morning, grade 5. This is Miss Sara Nofal, and our lesson is a story lesson. We are discussing Orpheus Descending, Chapter 6, The Bulls and the Dragon. Our objectives for the lesson are to read Chapter 6, identify new characters, summarize the main events. The Bull and the Dragon. Please pause the video, read this chapter, pages 26, 27, 28, and 29, and complete the video again. Now that you have read chapter 6, we are introduced to the character of Medea, who plays a very important role in this chapter. Who is Medea? Medea is the daughter of King Aeetes of Colchis in Greek mythology, and she is married to Jason. And in this chapter we're going to see how they met each other and fell in love. So let's go over the main events in the story. We have Jason and his men deciding on who is the best man to complete the challenge. Remember the challenge that King Aeetes gave Jason in order to give him the golden fleece. And then Castor offers to do it, but Jason is not sure he would be able to defeat the army of dragon-toothed men. And then Medea's nephew shows up, and he tells Jason that Medea possesses special powers, and she would like to help him out in his challenge. So Jason agrees to meet Medea and goes with her nephew to meet her. They find Medea waiting for them in the forest. And then Medea covers most of her face with a hood because she doesn't want anyone to see her helping her father's enemy. She has a magical oil that will protect Jason from the bull's fire and the army spears. And then Jason thanks Medea for offering to help him. And Medea, we find that Medea really likes Jason, and then she tells him to rub the oil on his body well. Also, she gives him another piece of advice, which is if the army is too big for him to fight, that he should throw a stone among them and they will start to kill each other instead of attacking him. Jason takes the oil box from Medea and asks to see her face as he feels drawn to her too. And Jason falls in love with Medea instantly and asks her to marry him if he survived the challenge, of course, the next day. Medea is very surprised by Jason's request, and she's happy to find out that he loves her too. The next day, Jason does exactly what Medea had told him the night before, and he wins the challenge. So King Aeetes gets angry and is sure that Jason has received help from someone, so he vows to never give Jason the fleece. So Jason tells him that he did what the king had asked him to do, and if he didn't give him the fleece, they would have to fight. And then Jason returns with his men to their ship to prepare for a battle to fight King Aeetes. So after hearing what happened, Medea gathers her things and leaves the castle to be with Jason. And she tells Jason where the fleece is, but she asks him not to fight her father. So Jason tells her that he never meant to hurt her father, and that the fleece was not for him, it was for his people, and he only wanted her. So Medea tells him that the fleece is guarded by a dragon who never slept. So Orpheus sang to it and it fell asleep instantly. Of course, Jason takes the fleece and they sail back to Iolcus with Medea by his side. So basically this is chapter 6. Now, after we have read and discussed chapter 6, what do you think about Medea's character? Medea's character is very important in this because without her, Jason would have not won. That is in my opinion. So, is she helpful because she assisted Jason in his challenge? Or do you think she is disloyal because she betrays her father and works with his enemy? So this is up to you to decide, but of course you have to provide evidence to whichever you choose. And that's it. Thank you. Stay safe and stay positive.